So you want to know how much money you can make in stock photography? Well, this is the episode for you. Welcome everybody, my name's Jason Yoder, and on my channel I share with all of you my photography and the experiences I have in getting my photos. But every month I do this episode. This is kind of where I share with you the reality of the industry so you can get a feel for whether or not stock photography or videography is going to be right for you. Now, making money with my stock photography is really important to me because that is how I fund a lot of the trips that I take, not just here in the United States, but also around the world. So I want to make sure I'm maximizing the amount of money I can get out of these assets. Now I'm going to divide this out into three different areas because I sell stock photography, stock video, but I'm kind of going to break this out into another category, AI generated content. That's something that I've been playing around with, and it's starting to work out for me. Let's start off with video. So this video came from the Queen Creek mine. Now this is in Bisbee, Arizona. This mine operated from 1877 to 1985. And it actually sold twice, one on Getty, one on Adobe. On Getty, they gave me 88 cents. On Adobe, they gave me $8.72. So shame, shame, shame on you, Getty Images. Anyhow, I'm going to put a link up here so that you guys can, if you're interested, you can check out the episode where I filmed this video. Now let's check out the AI generated content. My two big AI sales on Adobe stock were for $1.03. So this one is simply entitled Blue Broken and Shattered Glass Background. That's actually the text that I used to generate this image. And I'm going to say that, yeah, it pretty much created a bunch of blue broken glass. Now, the other one that sold, this one I used the phrase Blue Lightning Energy Flash Background. And again, this one also sold for $1.03. All of my AI generated content I'm putting up on Adobe simply because I like how easy it is for me to upload to it, and also, again, the commission structure at Adobe I think is better. Now, I've been receiving some comments about people saying, hey, it has taken weeks for my content to be approved on Adobe, whether it be photographs or AI generated content, and I'm going to tell you guys same thing here. So my content gets approved within maybe a few hours, all the way out to maybe 2 weeks. There's just no magic formula to getting it approved faster. So be patient, they will get to it. Now let's talk about some honorable mentions here. Now these are not going to be the the highest commissioned images, it's just some ones I like and I've noticed them selling quite often. This first one sold on Adobe for just 99 cents. Now this is called The Ascension of Christ. I photographed this outside the cathedral in Venice, Italy. And this one is actually my 11th most sold photo on Adobe. It's sold 95 times already. This particular one is really near and dear to my heart. This is the first image I ever uploaded to sale, and it was the first image that I sold. Now, this one I earned $1.01 on Adobe stock. It is my 14th best-selling photo on Adobe, and it sold 87 times on that platform. And of course, I got to show you guys the owls. Now, this is our local owl nest. Now, this particular version has only been downloaded 3 times. I got $1.03 for this. But the reason why I'm showing this is because on July 14th, I'm going to have a video about this particular owl family. I'm going to be honest with you guys, it doesn't necessarily end in the happiest way, but this is the owl family I've been watching for 10 years. I thought it was time for me to share my photography of this particular nest, so make sure you tune in on July 14th so you don't miss what happens. Before I show you the top selling images, I have a favor to ask all of you. If you haven't already, would you please hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. Doing any of those, and especially if you do all those, really helps to promote the channel. Something I've been putting a lot of effort in is to grow this particular channel, and if you guys could help me out, I would appreciate it. Don't know what to put in the comments? Tell me where you're from. Anything helps out. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. let's talk about my best-selling images. So here we go. First up is my backyard. So I took this shortly after we did a remodeling of the backyard. And a few things I want to point out here. You can see I've got a lot of lights turned on, but I also wetted down the pavers because this was a dark sky photograph. So to kind of hide all the blackness I had up here, what I did is I sprayed water all over the deck so that it reflected more light and made the photograph brighter. So all these different images that I'm selling from my backyard, I mean, there's a lot of them. I'm getting some really good income from them. So this is what I'm kind of thinking about doing here in the fall. What I'm thinking about is I'm going to recreate these images. And then I'm going to do it in the evening when we have one of our really classic Arizona sunsets. So this area up here is glowing with color. And I think that's going to be another way for me to increase the value of these images. Now, truth be told, I could do this with sky replacement, but that would be really difficult to match all the colors. And especially when you're talking about the what do you call it? Sun stars? We don't call these sun stars, but these little star patterns that I was able to get in by keeping a very tiny f-stop on my lens. Oh, so this one, by the way, sold for $2 on Dreamstime. These next two sold for $2.15 on Getty Images. So this is Superstition Mountain. I went out there for a morning photo shoot, and I decided to try and make this one look like kind of like an old Western type of a photograph. So what I did is I didn't really take it down to black and white. It's more of a sepia type tone. There's a little hint of brownness in there. And then I also added a little bit of vignetting off on the left side of the photograph and brighten up the right side to kind of give it, imperfections in the image. Anyhow, it works. So again, that one was sold for $2.15 on Getty Images. Now here is another one from the same photo shoot. This time though, this one is going to be in color. And you can see I caught this as before the sun rose where I'm at, but you can see a little bit of the color in the clouds, and I got a little bit of the clouds passing over the Superstition Mountains. Next up is probably my best-selling image, at least currently it is. Now this is a panorama of the U.S. Capitol. For those of you who are frequent visitors of this channel, you clearly recognize how often this thing sells and how often it's usually going to be one of my best-selling my best commissions for the month. This was sold on Shutterstock for $4.03. And this is the best-selling image from that same photo shoot, just processed slightly different. This sold on Adobe stock for $26.40. All right, let's talk about the numbers here. Now, I'm going to talk first about my bottom feeders. That's going to be Dreamstime, Big Stock Photos, Shutterstock, Deposit Photos, Alamy, Pond5. These are the sites I really don't make a lot of money on. So I had 63 sales and $37.18. Now, a question I've had sent up to me is, if you stop uploading, does that hurt your sales, that you actually start getting less sales? Well, what I'm going to do here is around the end of the year, I'm going to film a video where I, 1 year out from when I stopped uploading to these sites, and I'm going to share with you guys the results, and we'll find out how badly it hurts you to stop uploading to these agencies. All right, now let's get to the next one here. Getty Images. On Getty, I had 44 sales, but only $22.58. So kind of disappointed there on the commissions from Getty. Let's talk about Adobe stock. Now, Adobe's the only agency that I upload my AI content to, and it's starting to show. I had 21 sales and $13.73 in commissions on the AI content. But I will tell you this much. In next month's episode, How Much I Made episode, you're going to see that number go a little higher. I've really developed a very efficient workflow. I've been using my skills as a programmer to help speed up this process. And especially right now during the summertime when it is way too hot to be outside, I'm doing a lot of AI generated content, and it is definitely starting to make its mark on my commissions. All right, now for Adobe, total, I had 161 sales and $150.59. So Again, guys, before I tell you these final numbers, please hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and also leave me a comment. It greatly helps me grow the channel. Thank you for doing that, guys. Here we go. Final numbers for this would be for May of 2024. 268 sales and $210.35. Make sure you tune back for more because, to be honest with you guys, I'm about to disappear to Utah. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some pretty epic shots up there. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next week.